Hello everybody, that's better. I couldn't see my live video popping up, so I'm sorry if you caught me the first time. I'm now back on and I'm going to do some live crafting with you this afternoon. So I'll just wait for a few people to jump on. Now, if you have liked my business page, I'm Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Hey Karen, nice to see you've joined me. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. And I thought I'd pop on this afternoon and do a little bit of crafting with you using my most favorite Ferrero Rocher chocolates. Now, I've been scouting around, and this is not my idea. This idea has been done several times on YouTube, and lots of crafters have been doing these. Now, I don't know who actually was the original one that did them, but I thought I would do, hey Karen, thanks for commenting. Please feel free to share and like my video so that more people get to see my video. And if you actually share, please type in the comments while we're watching that you've shared so I can pop your name into the entry. Now, for everybody that likes and shares and tags somebody in my live videos, goes into the draw to win some Stampin' Up goodies. Hey Tanya, that's one of my team members, has joined me. How you going? Thanks for joining me live. So feel free to comment and chat to me while we craft today. This is a wonderful little gift treat idea. Now, I'm actually going to Stampin' Up on stage, and I've been searching for some ideas of doing my swaps for on stage. So if you're a demonstrator, Karen, are you going to on stage? Tanya, I know you're not. Karen, can you type in the comments and let me know whether you're heading to on stage this year? I'm sure we have chatted before, and I'm sure you've told me that you are going to on stage in Sydney. Now, Stampin' Up have conventions all over the world for us twice a year, and it is, thanks Tanya, it is cute, aren't they? They're two cute little boxes. This one's just big enough to fit one, and this one has a little holder for the Ferrero Rocher. So they're nice, quite cute little gifts for people. So what I'm going to do today, one is actually made by using our scoring board, and the other treat box is actually made by using our envelope punch board. Yes, Karen, I thought you were going to Sydney. I'm going to try and catch up with you there. So please feel free, if you see somebody that looks like me, come up to me and say, are you Donna Gray? Because I would be happy to meet you in person. I've chatted with you lots and lots of times on Facebook. Okay, so we'll get started on these little projects. So the first little project we're going to make is this little beautiful gift holder here. Now let me know, Karen and Tanya, are Ferrero Rochers your favorite chocolate on earth? Give me a yes or a no, because I can tell you they are definitely my favorite chocolate on earth. So what I'm actually going to use is, I'm going to use some of our beautiful Berry Burst ribbon with our silver edge trim. And I'm also going to be using our powder pink glimmer ribbon as well. Oh, Tanya, they're not, yes, Karen, thank you. You don't like Ferrero Rochers, Tanya? Are you not a nut person? Some people that don't like nuts don't like Ferrero Rochers, but I can tell you, I bought a whole massive box of these Ferrero Rochers. These are the only two that I have left to do any of my crafting with. So I'm terribly sorry, but I did actually, yeah, get a little bit overly excited and eat quite a few of them. So what I'm going to do is, one is made with the envelope punch board, which is this one, so we'll do that one second. This one is made just by using some cardstock and our scoring tool. So I will pop these measurements into a blog post as well, so please don't panic if you don't quite get the measurements for these. So what I've got is a piece of our Fresh Fig cardstock, and it's cut at 2 inches by 6 inches. I've also got another piece cut at 2 inches by 4 inches, okay? You love giving them as gifts, yes. Well, you can give them as a gift to me anytime, Tanya. I'm sure I would love to receive a gift like that from you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our 6-inch piece, cut 6 by 2 inch piece. We're having the 6-inch side along the top of our scoreboard, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 inches, then again at 1 3/4 inches. And I must say, there is no stamping today in my crafting. This is all just 3D crafting. So 3 3/4 inches and 4 1/4 inches. Okay, so that was 1 1/4 inches, 1 3/4 inches, 3 3 3/4 inches. I've made a bit of a boo-boo there. 3 3/4 inches and 4 1/4. So it's 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 4 1/4. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and this one here, this is our 4 inch by 2 inch. We're actually just going to score that at 1 inch. And that is it. So along the 4 inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch. So we have our 6 inch piece scored at 1 1/4 inches, 1 3/4 inches, 3 3/4 inches, and 4 1/4 inches. So I have done a bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. Okay, so then the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to fold over all of our score lines. And this is actually going to make like a nice cute, yes, this colour is cute, isn't it, Tanya? It's our fresh fig. It's in our in colours. Okay, so what we've done is just ignore that score line that's there. So we've folded both of our little edges in, and it's going to turn into a little box. Now the idea is we need to punch a hole for our Ferrero Rocher to sit into here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take our 1 3/4 inch scallop punch. Now that is a punch that is in our New Occasions catalogue, and I just need to say we actually have a special going at the moment with Stampin'Up that for every $90 you spend, you get the choice, you qualify for a free celebration item. So our New Occasions catalogue is a fun catalogue. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I've already got one of these little scalloped circles that I've already punched out, and I'm going to use that as a template. Now the reason why I'm going to use that as a template, it is very hard to line up and get this perfectly in the middle when you've got your punch over your cardstock. So if you just punch it out of a scrap piece of paper, and I've got a little tiny bit of fast fuse on the back that I've actually like taken the stickiness away from the back, and I'm just going to place that in the middle there. Okay, I have a bit of designer series paper that I'm actually going to pop on, so I'm going to take that up. I'm actually going to I'm going to glue this designer series paper on, and then I'm going to punch it. Okay, so my designer series paper is cut at 1 7/8 of an inch and 1 7/8 of an inch. So I'm actually just going to glue that on with a little bit of Tombow. Now Karen and Tanya, can you tell me what is the reason why I choose Tombow over using something like our fast fuse or our snail? Now Tanya, you should know the answer to this, because in my last live video I asked this question, and I remember your answer was because it's better. But what was the reason why I use Tombow a lot, and why Tombow is my favorite glue of choice? Okay, so I'm just going to wait for that to dry a little bit before I use my punch. Karen, would you know the answer of why you would choose Tombow? Just pop the answer into the comments below. Okay, so now I've got that. I'm actually going to line up my lovely little pre-cut scallop circle. And I'm just going to line that up so it looks like it's fine tipped. Yes. And Tanya, yes, correct, because you have time to move it around. So Tombow gives you a bit of wiggle room. So it gives you a couple of seconds and it's a very firm hold glue, but it gives you a couple of seconds to be able to move it around. And yes, Karen, the fine tip is great, and you need to use it sparingly, so you don't need to use a lot of Tombow at all. And it's called our multi-purpose liquid glue. Now, if this is the first time you've seen a punch used, our punch, hey Vanessa, that's okay, fine, jump in. I've only just started, so we're making some nice little treat boxes. I'll bring them back in. We're making this little treat box and this treat box for favourite Ferrero Rocher chocolate. So Vanessa, are Ferrero Rocher is one of your favourite chocolates of choice? Just type into the comments. Stupid laptop wouldn't let me comment anymore. Oh no. Actually, just refresh again, Tanya. Just go out and come back in again. Sometimes it just, Facebook plays up a little bit when it comes to that. The only one I eat. Yeah, honestly, Vanessa, it's my favourite as well. Okay, so this is the first time you've ever seen a punch used. They have a locking mechanism. Now, the reason that they have a locking mechanism is to store them flat and to make it easier for storage. Now, I must admit our new punches are awesome compared to the older ones because they are a lot more space conservative, and because they have the lockdown mechanism, it's awesome because you can actually store them one on top of the other. So it has a little button down the bottom here, and you just press that, and as you can see, it releases it. So it was locked down in flat position, and then release the button, it releases it up. Now, I always use my punches on the opposite side so I can actually see what I'm punching. So because I've actually got that round scallop circle in there, that shows me where I can punch. Now, this will be hard because I am punching through a couple of layers of cardstock. Okay, and there you go. Our little hole has been punched out of our little holder. Yeah, Tanya, you just have to refresh. It's just Facebook being crazy as it does. So now I'm actually going to use my Tombow again. So as you can see, we're going to fold this up, and it's going to create quite a nice little spread box for the base of our chocolate holder. So, and as you can see, these flaps just overlap each other. They don't quite go all the way across, but just make sure that you square it up and you get a really nice square look to your box to hold your Ferrero Rocher. Okay, and you can, once the glue takes hold, you can bend it this way and bend it that way to make sure that your box stays into a nice square looking shape. Okay, so that Tombow gave me room to move again, so hence why I use Tombow. Honestly, it is personal choice, and you will see that in my next box I use some fast fuse, but I pick and choose which type of glue I use depending on what the project is and what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take, this is our 4-inch piece that we've scored at 1 inch. We're going to fold that over. Now that is actually going to glue onto the bottom of our base like so to create that nice little stand. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do though, I'm going to decorate it with our designer series sheet of paper first, and then I'm going to punch using another punch, which is our beautiful tag topper punch. Okay, so I'm actually going to glue that on once again. Actually, you know what, I'm going to do the tag topper on the top first because it's too thick, the cardstock, so I'm actually going to do this. So once again, I've opened up the bottom and it's opened up my punch. I'm going to slide this in. You'll see that it actually has like a slot that you can slide it in, and as you can see your cardstock come through on the other side. You got to buy some Tombow, Tanya. Yes, it's a must. It's a must in the craft room, I must say. Okay, so there you go. We've got a cute little scalloped tag top on the top, and I'll do the same again with my designer series paper. So I just slide it in, get it nice and even, because this one's actually cut a little bit littler than my cardstock to give a bit of a border on the outside. Okay, so we've got that cute little scalloped tag top on the top. Okay, so what I've done is I've got a tiny, tiny little border that you can still see our fresh fig cardstock on behind. So now I'm just going to pop some more Tombow on again. Okay, you don't need a lot. I've probably put way too much on there for my liking, but that's okay. And then slide it into place, maneuver it around with that little bit of wiggle room that you have. Yes, Tanya, the tag punch is awesome. Awesome for making beautiful gift tags and things. It has come in very handy in my craft collection. Okay, so now we're going to pop a little bit of Tombow just on the back, on the bottom base part, and we're actually going to line that up. Now, as you can see, you've got your cardstock flapped over. I'm going to put this little bit to the back so that it has a lot more strength in the base at the front. Okay, so once you get that lined up, then I'm going to run a little bit of Tombow along this edge, and then we're going to flap that up like so. So what are you thinking? This is such a cute, cute little treat holder, isn't it? And as you can see, our Ferrero Rocher pops in quite neatly in that little hole. And then I'm just going to finish it off with a little bit of ribbon, and I'm going to use our powder pink glimmer ribbon. This has got, I don't know whether you can see it on the camera, but a beautiful shimmer to it. So I'm just going to tie it around like so, and now it's going to show my expertise on camera whether I can do a nice little bow. I'll just take the Ferrero Rocher out for a little while. Okay. Who has a hard time tying bows? Now, what I do with my bows, I get them so that they're semi-tight. Then I rearrange my loops and I pull tighter, and I keep rearranging my bow until I get my bow sitting exactly how I like it. And then I pull both tails and loops at the same time. Okay? And just a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to trim off those ends. Now, you could, if you want, pop a tiny little tag on the top there and actually say a little tag, a little hello or a little thank you. But I think that's just a super, super cute little way of doing it. You tie your bows upside down, Tanya. Okay, yeah. Honestly, whatever works for people, go for it, because I've seen lots and lots of different ways of people tying bows. But okay, so that's our cute little gift box number 1. So I think that's a cute little treat, like especially for teachers' gifts, or just a cute little gift to a friend, you know, like tiny little treat box. Okay, so the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this one. Now this one, I'm going to rearrange this a little bit because I've done this type of bow on the box, and as you see, when you sit it, it doesn't sit nice and flat. So I'm actually going to change it up a little bit and show you a bit different way of doing this. Now this is a tiny, tiny little template of this box. Now this one folds up into a tiny, tiny little box, as you can see. Okay. This was my first little attempt so that I knew what I was doing, and then I decided that I was going to do it bigger so I could fit a Ferrero Rocher in. So you can choose what size you want to do this box, and I will give you a bit of a hint. There is a website, and I will pop the link for the website in the information in the description after I finish this live video. But there is a website called thecraftyowl.com.uk. Now this Crafty Owl actually has, I'll get it up on my computer to see what it's called. It's actually called the Box Buster. Now it actually tells you exactly what size you need to cut your piece of designer series paper to actually make a box at whatever size you want. So what you do is you type in what size you want the box to be. Now this one was, I typed in that I wanted it to be 1 inch high, 1 inch deep, and 1 inch in width. And as you can see, a Ferrero Rocher was definitely not going to fit in. So this one here, I typed into the Box Buster calculator, I typed in 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And that gives you the measurements to be able to make the box with our envelope punch board. Now if you haven't seen our envelope punch board, we have envelope punch boards available in our online stores. This has to be probably one of my most favorite items in my craft stash. And the reason why I'm saying it's one of my most favorite items in my craft stash, it has been used over and over and over again. And the reason being, if you make a card that is out of your standard size envelope, like for some reason you've made a card and it doesn't fit into any of our standard size envelopes, you can actually go down here and say what your card size is. It will tell you what size paper to cut, and it will also tell you where to score it, and you can make your own envelope. So gone are the days that you can't make a card a certain size because you haven't got an envelope for it to fit. But you can also make boxes on this envelope punch board. So it is a fantastic piece of equipment to have in your craft supplies. I will, at the end of this video, I will pop in some of the craft links for my online store to purchase any of these items, because they are all available on my online store. Now what I've done is I've punched in to the Crafty Owl Box Buster that I wanted it to be 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. It told me to cut the paper at 5 1/8 of an inch. So then it tells you actually where to score and punch your piece of designer series paper. You have a lovely scoring tool that is stored in our envelope punch board, so it is an awesome product to use. So it says that I have to punch at 1.5 inches. So what I do is I pop my piece of paper in here, I go over to the measurement here that says 1.5 inches, and I line it up with the 1.5 inch sign there, I punch it, and then I score. Okay, and then it tells me that I need to line it up at 3 5/8 of an inch. So over here we go over to 3 5/8, and I punch and score again. And then what I do is I turn it a whole 180 degrees, okay? So I'm actually going to punch and score the opposite side of my cardstock. So I'm going to go back to 1.5 inches once again, and I'm going to punch and score at 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to go to 3 5/8, and I'm going to punch and score again. Okay, so are you still with me, everybody? Do you understand what I've done there? So I've punched and scored one side, I've punched and scored the other side. So I've lined it up at 1.5, I've also then lined it up at 3 5/8. Now what I'm going to do, because I've got two sides punched, I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to line up. You can see this has a little peaky, it says a score guide. So what you do is you line up your score line with that, and you punch and score, and then you line it up with that other score line, you punch and you score. So we turn it around this side 180 degrees again. We're going to line this little guide up with our score line, and it's very hard to see in the light here. Okay, and we're going to score, and we're also going to line that up again, and we're going to punch and we're going to score. So you end up with a piece just like that. Now you can round these corners if you want to round these corners. I don't actually round them, but you can round them if you want to. Totally up to you how you want to do it. So then with your scoreboard, you pop your scoring tool back into your scoreboard and pop it aside. So now with a pair of scissors, what we're actually going to do is we're going to cut up this score line here to the very first score line that we meet. And we're going to do that on this side. Okay, and then we're going to turn it around to 180 degrees again, and we're going to cut up to the score line and up to the score line. Okay, so what we're doing is we're creating, we've got some cut marks here. Okay, so it is easy to do, Tanya. Honestly, this envelope punch board makes it so easy to do. And they're cute little treat boxes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to score and fold over all of my score lines. Okay, so everywhere that you have a score line, we're going to fold it all in. So we're going to fold that one in, we're going to fold that one in. Okay, so we just go around everywhere, folding them all in. So we've got nice fold marks on all of them. Okay. So now what we're going to do, you can start to see this box starting to take shape. Okay, so what we're going to do is the two long flaps that we've got, that's going to be the top of our box. Okay, so these two shorter sides that we have, they're going to form a little box in the middle, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is, and now you're going to see that I don't use Tombow, I actually use Fast Fuse. And I need to let everybody know Fast Fuse is going to be discontinued in our new catalogue in June. So it's a sad day for Fast Fuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop, this is actually going to fold over like so. So I only really need a bit of Fast Fuse just on that top section there, because it's going to fold over onto the other flap. And so you line it up and make it nice and square like a box. As you can see, nice square side like a box. So we're going to do the same on this side. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of Fast Fuse just on that flap. And honestly, with Fast Fuse, you only need a tiny little bit, because it will do the job and it will hold really well. Hey Lisa Marie, thanks for joining. Please feel free to comment while I craft along. I'm happy to answer questions. Where are you from, Lisa? Where are you watching from? So now I'm going to, out these top flaps, I'm actually going to fold them in. So I'm actually going to pop a bit of Fast Fuse on both of those top flaps. So I've just a little piece there and a little piece there. I'm actually going to fold that in, and it will stick down like so, and I'm going to fold that in. Okay, so now you can see we have our cute little box that's going to hold our Ferrero Rocher. Okay, so now it's totally up to you whether you want to glue these side bits up. I did, because I think it keeps the box holding up nice together. So I'm just going to pop some Fast Fuse along and just do it 2/3 the way up. As you can see, there's a scallopy bit here, so you don't want to have your Fast Fuse sticking on the inside. Okay, so we're just going to do a bit of Fast Fuse here and 2/3 of the way up another strip of Fast Fuse. So don't do your Fast Fuse right up to the very top, otherwise you create a bit of a sticky piece in the middle. So as you can see, this little box is coming together quite cute, and you can, if you decide that you want to give it, that you want to pop the treat in and then you want to glue that down, then that's okay, you can do that. It's just for demonstration purposes, I need to be able to open it to get the Ferrero Rocher out so I can eat the Ferrero Rocher. Is that not true? I don't think I need to have these. Lucky I've done this live video today, because these two will probably be eaten on the way to picking my girls up from school. Okay, so then what you do is you pop your Ferrero Rocher into your little box and you flap your little flaps over. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take our Berry Burst ribbon and I'm going to change this up a little bit. What I decided to do is, instead of crossing it over like I did on this one because of the way it sits, I decided that I'm just going to do just a simple plain bow by wrapping it around, coming over the top. Now you're going to see me try and tie a bow again on live TV. Okay. So as you can see, as soon as you put a little bit of ribbon on, it keeps it nice and tight. So now I just hold my finger on that knot and tie it into a knot, okay? So holding my finger, pulling that tight, bingo, you have a little knot. Okay, now this is quite nice. The recipient can just slide this off like a belly band. Okay, so then just tie your little bow like so. Okay, neaten up your bow. Okay. And snip off the ends. So as you can see, two really cute, quick little treat boxes. One using the envelope punch board and one using just some cardstock and our scoring board. So two items I think that are a must-have in our craft room. And yeah, I think that they turned out quite cute, and I'm thinking I may use them for maybe my on-stage swaps. I may do something like this. I do have some other ideas. I have ordered some other little products that I can pop in. So sweet, Tanya, you think? What do you think, Louise? Do you think this is a nice cute little treat box? So I'm just going to flip you back over and have a bit of a chat with you, and I'll pop my glasses back on so I can see everybody. And I just want to keep you up to date with some of the Stampin' Up news that is happening at the moment, because I can tell you there was a really, I'm not going to pop my glasses on, you're just going to see me without my glasses, so I'm just going to flip myself back over. So thank you. If this is the first time you have joined me live, I love crafting and I love chatting with people, and I do craft as my job. Now I do online card classes. I sell all products that are used in any of my videos. Everything that I use in my videos you can buy from my online store. My online store, you can find me by going to donnagray.stampinup.net and you will find my online store. I will pop the links here. You will also find my online store on my business page. You can go up to the Shop Now tab and that will take you straight to my online store. Every time that I ever post also, I normally pop a link below that has all the products that if you wanted to purchase the product directly straight from my online business page, you can click on the link straight away and it will take you straight to the product that I have used in the video. So I hope you all enjoyed my crafting today. Now we have a few specials at the moment. Stampin' Up have a special that if you purchase $90 worth of products, you qualify for a free celebration item. Now if you wanted to know more about that, or if you don't have any catalogs and you wanted me to pop a catalog in the post for you, I'd be happy to pop a catalog in the post for you. Thanks Vanessa for watching, and thanks Tanya and Karen and everybody else, Lisa, that watched and commented. If you share my video and type in the comments that you have shared my video and tag one of your friends, you will go into the draw to win monthly Stampin' Up prizes. Now, what I do is I pick a Stampin' Up product every month to give out to people that share all of my videos. Sorry, I'm just going to turn that phone down. Okay, sorry about that. Definitely live video. Phone ringing. Okay, so if you share and tag a friend in my video and comment that you have actually shared and tag the person in the comments, I'd be happy to pop you into the draw to win some Stampin' Up prizes. It's normally a stamp set or some embellishments or some DSP I try to make the prize every month something that's awesome, so it saves you and you can add to your craft supply by winning some of the prizes. So I thank you very much if you share my video, because that gets my crafting out to everybody and gets to see more people to view my videos. And I just love sharing and crafting with people as much as I can. So if you wanted to join my Stamping with Donna G team, we have a special on at the moment that if you wanted to join my awesome team of crafters, which we are great, Tanya that's on here at the moment is part of my team. We're a great little team. We embrace any new crafters coming into our team. I do team training. I do online card class videos. You get the video every week when I release a new online card class. I give you team training, we do team challenges, we do card swaps, we do lots and lots of fun things. So if you wanted to be part of my team, the special at the moment is you get over $400 worth of products for a low $169. So it's never been a better time to join. So if you're interested in joining, just pop me a message. I'd be happy to leave me your phone number. I'd be happy to give you a ring and discuss it with you. No pressure. Honestly, there is no dramas. If you don't make the quarterly minimums, then you just lose your discount as a demonstrator and you go back to buying as a customer again. So it's an awesome offer at the moment. Also, if you reserved your Stamparatus, this is a bit of news for people. If you got into the first reservation window for the Stamparatus, it is about, I got an email today, it is going to hit our warehouse, Stampin' Up warehouse tomorrow. Stocks will be in tomorrow. We will be getting our invoices and we will be getting our Stamparatus soon. So as soon as I get my Stamparatus, I've reserved 3, so as soon as I get my Stamparatus, I will jump on and do a bit of a demonstration about how the Stamparatus works. They are available. If you missed out on our reservation windows, we had 2 reservation windows. The first reservation window, which was the one that I was in, we will be receiving our Stamparatus in the next week or so. If you're in the second reservation window, I have no idea. You will get an email in regards to when shipping and delivery of that will be happening. And they will also be available for purchase in our new catalogue that's coming in June. So yes, Tanya, you will love it. Honestly, it is such an awesome stamping tool, and you will be hanging, I would say, to purchase one at the beginning of June. You may, as a demonstrator, you may be able to order it 1 month early. I'm not sure. Sometimes with the annual catalogue, they only have limited items that we're allowed to purchase, pre-purchase before the catalogue goes live. So as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you get an awesome choice of being able to order 1 month earlier than our catalogue release. So we get to play with all of the items before anybody actually gets to see the catalogue. So as you'll see, most of us start sharing bits and pieces of all of our new products and what we're using and what we're playing with. But it's an exciting thing. That's one of the perks of being on my Stamping with Donna G team as well. We get to pre-order 1 month early. We get to see items a lot earlier than other people. And so if you wanted to join my team, please give me a message, contact me, and I would be happy to chat with you about it. So until next time, I've got to race off now and I've got to go and pick my girls up from school. They're actually helping out with a teaching young children in primary schools how to play hockey, and because we're a hockey family, of course my girls put their hand up. They get to be out of school for an hour each Tuesday to go and teach some kids how to play hockey. So I've actually got to be the taxi at the moment until, hopefully, fingers crossed, Jade goes for her P's test on tomorrow morning, actually at 9:30. So we're hoping that she gets her license tomorrow morning and it'll be great. Thanks, Tanya. Yes, exactly. You won't regret joining our team of Stamping with Donna G stampers, because we absolutely love what we do. So thanks for watching, and thanks, Vanessa. Bye for now, and until next time, happy crafting, and until next time, I'll see you all again. Bye for now.